Welcome back to Saints franchise. We are 6-4, winning very close games, but we are winning. It's the bye week, week 11. We've got focus players, week 13, and I need to know more about this quarterback. LaMichael Meekins out of Colorado, B deep accuracy, A throw under pressure. He's got elite to great speed. What could that mean? Could this be a 4-3 guy? Could this be a 4-5 guy? I don't know. But plus speed at quarterback, only solid to decent throw power. But there is absolutely something here. Awareness isn't great. He's got very good break sack. He's going to be a classic scrambler type quarterback. But that might be able to work for us. That could be good. Is he a guy that's going to be ready to start right away? Hey, maybe not. But he could end up being our quarterback of the future. Because I'm not sure that it's going to end up being Tyler Shuck. He's having a good year. This is a great rookie season. Close to 2,000 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Turning the football over maybe slightly more than you'd want for just a quarterback. But in terms of being a rookie, this could be a lot worse. The medium and short accuracy is actually pretty good. The speed and throw power are actually pretty good. Deep accuracy needs a lot of work, but he's still only a rookie. That being said, though, he's not 21. He's 25. He is an old rookie. So how much room do we actually have to develop him? Probably not a whole lot, which means we may look for our next quarterback at some point, and that could be as early as this draft. Trevor Penning, dislocated wrist. He's going to be out. And then Tyreen Powell's out as well. That one's not going to affect us very much. But Trevor Penning missing some time absolutely could. He'll be week to week, hopefully back for next week's game against Atlanta. Division matchup's going to be important. If you look at the current standings here in the NFC, it's very, very close. Carolina 6-4. Atlanta right there at 4-5. Tampa is only 3-6, but could still end up winning the division very easily, even with being 3-6. The NFC South is just that close right now. Let's take a look at the weekly recap. Niners at 8-2 taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Some NFC West football. Christian McCaffrey stretches across the plane. Touchdown to win it. 35-28 for San Francisco. As we move over to the AFC West, a lot of division games taking place. Broncos 8-2, Chiefs only 5-4. This will be a really big game to steal. Isaiah Pacheco to the outside, juking back inside, stiff-arming, and finding the end zone in a 33-27 Kansas City victory. Mahomes looking back to his old self. 357 through the air, 3 touchdowns. As we take on and look at two of the best teams in the NFC. 6-3 Detroit against 6-3 Philadelphia. It's lefty Jalen Hurts to the end zone. A one-handed catch in the rain. Philly blows out Detroit. Goff held without a touchdown pass. There's the dog celebration. Is that Dontavian Wicks? Mock Draft 2 is out. Currently, the Browns are expected to have 2 top 5 selections. Seeing a lot of quarterbacks go at the top here, but we are not going to be in range for those guys. So if we want a quarterback, it's likely going to have to be somebody a bit further down the board. And will it be Carlos Wesley, a right guard? 6'6", 342. He's got A impact block, A run block power, A lead block. Could be something there. We know in Madden 26 guards are very good. So that's definitely an option to upgrade our O-line. Could also consider corner. Juan Freeman out of Louisville. Could be nice to add to our Louisville cornerback group that we're building. But remember, getting that second first-round pick for Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, of course, on the move. It's tough to trade some of our best players all time. I totally understand that. And I get, as Nick Chubb has been traded to the Bears, Grady Jarrett to the Texans, I do understand that, you know, these are going to be players that may have their numbers retired. At least Cam Jordan have his number retired with the Saints. Saints Ring of Honor. I get it. I want these guys, especially Demario Davis, to have a chance to win a Super Bowl, and it just was not going to happen. They're two 36-year-olds. Go try to win a Super Bowl with Detroit and then retire as Saints somewhere down the line. And Dontavian Wicks is an Eagle now. So some trades are actually happening. Rams trade Tyler Higbee to the Jets for Isaiah Davis. Anything interesting in here? Damone Clark to the Raiders. So some trades are happening. I am tweaking these sliders again. This is what I'm rolling out with. I feel like Tyler Shuck has been a little bit too accurate down the field. Again, I'm looking for a challenge. I'm looking for something a bit more realistic. And we're 6-4 right now. We're having close competitive games and we're managing to win. But I think it was due for a little bit of a tweak again, as we do have at least one linebacker breakout challenge here. I'm going to guess Jalen Ford. I would have thought Danny Stutzman. 5+ tackles and 1 TFL goal. Yeah, that seems doable to me. And we'll see what Jalen Ford does as a result. He's been playing great. This would upgrade his depth trait. 5+ tackles with 1 for loss. What about this one? Is this going to be Danny Stutzman? Is this going to be an update? Well, we're about to find out. Coach, Danny Stutzman had a nice week. How confident are you in a repeat performance? I'm going to say hopeful. Obviously, we were hoping for the best. It'd be great if he played well again, but we won't know until game day. So do we miss out on a goal there, or what happens? I don't know. It's pretty vague. But we definitely want Jalen Ford and Danny Stutzman to be sub-linebackers. Want to have both of those guys on the field as much as possible because that's going to give them the best opportunity to make plays and upgrade their depth trait. Critical game this week. What are you seeing in the film? Well, we know they have a really good running game, but their defensive line looks like a weak point we can exploit in both the running and passing game. So this is what we had last week, and I think it worked out pretty well for us. So it's probably going to be the similar goal of go out there. Kelvin Banks is going to be fired up. Kelvin Banks is always fired up. No sacks allowed. 2 rushing touchdowns, probably. That's exactly what it was last time out. Let's see what it looks like today. All right. 2 very close teams. We have a home game every week, it feels like. How do we have all these home games? Are we just going to be playing straight away games at the end of the year? Maybe so. All right, let's go. Oh, there's Danny Stutzman. See, you know what? Here's the problem, is a play like that is great, but it doesn't count as a tackle. It doesn't count, obviously, as a TFL. It's not a pass deflection. That's one of those plays that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but is a really, really nice play. As Jonas Sanker's there for the tackle. Surely Jalen Ford will get some kind of credit there. It's 3rd and 3 already. Drag probably open. It's going to be the drag. Quincy Riley can't track down London. Kirk Cousins, of course, is the Falcons' starting quarterback. What is the overall discrepancy here? Because they show every single week Michael Penix when you see the highlights, but he's actually not playing because he's hurt. If you go into the medical center here, it's a foot fracture for Bijan Robinson and a dislocated ankle for Michael Penix. Our path to victory could not be easier here. Is this Jashawn Corbin? Oh, we got locked onto a block there. Good tackle, though. But yeah, this Falcons team, I'm seeing why they're 4-6 right now. Dealing with a lot of big injuries and not playing their best ball. Good tackle by Brian Brzee. That's what, like 80+ run blocking? Didn't look like it for the CPU on the slider there. Here's 3rd and 12. Picking that up over the middle. Cousins has all day, but we know he doesn't like to run. Has all day, finally finds a receiver. It's Drake London. That's crazy. That might be a touchdown. Need Kool-Aid to make a tackle there. All right, that does the job. David Andrews injured for Atlanta. Former Patriot. And hey, we'll take the injuries. Make them a little bit worse. Makes our path to victory a little bit easier. Saints fans all too familiar with that strategy. First down, Jashawn Corbin. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London couldn't really been more open on the slant. Tried to get aggressive against Kirk Cousins. He makes us pay. And that is a Falcons early lead. Can we answer? We're about to find out. Well, not with Jonas Sanker, that's for sure. And here comes Tyler Shuck. Again, has had quite a good rookie year. He is old. 25 years old is just crazy for a rookie. And to think that the Browns, when they drafted Brandon Weeden in the first, he was 28. I mean, Hayden Hurst was a first-round pick. I think it's another 25-year-old because he played minor league baseball, which is true for a lot of these guys, why it happens. Brandon Weeden. But Tyler Shuck is just old and took advantage of the COVID year and whatever else. College football eligibility is crazy now, but, I mean, a tight end who's 25 years old in the first round was crazy from the Ravens. But good news for them. They got Lamar Jackson in that draft as well, as Olave makes the catch. Good throw from Shuck on the run. You run the football. There's a flag. Good patience from Kamara, but it's coming back. Foster Moreau, 1st and 20. Good toss. Okay. What about a good punt here? That's not bad. Okay, inside the 15. Big 3rd down. Running with Pitts, but Cousins doesn't have time. Welcome back from injury, Carl Granderson. Cousins is just a statue in the pocket. We got to be able to take advantage of that, getting our pass rush going. Good way to force the 3 and out. 2nd and 10 after no gain for Kamara. Gonna throw that over the middle. Catch not made by Cooks. Is this where we just lob it up to Chris Olave? We're just not going to have time. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Some pretty bad offensive football being played here in New Orleans. At least we're covering the punt well. Pitch to the outside. Get out there. Okay, you know what? We forced him back inside. That's doing the job. And that is the end of the first quarter. Atlanta holding on to a 7-0 lead. Our defense has played pretty well. Need our offense to step up. Jalen Ford gets to Kirk Cousins. We took away the running back. If it was going to be a run, it wasn't going anywhere. And then Jalen Ford was able to just zero in on Kirk Cousins. Gets the sack. Really big play. Throw over the middle. Nice hit. Justin Reed with the coverage. Stutzman was there. It's another punt. Let's go offense. Got to kick into gear here. Get that out to Olave. Good throw on the sideline. Olave tries to turn upfield. Can't stay in bounds. Nice catch, though. Another hold. Every time we run the ball successfully, we're getting a little bit of help. Eric McCoy flagged for it again. It's happened a couple times this year. 1st and 18. Little screen to the running back. Kamara. You get some of that back. 3rd and 3. Outside. Wow, good coverage. Shaheed makes the catch anyway. Big Jesse Bates hit. Falcons franchise legend. But we're on a different side of it right now. Jesse Bates was actually so bad in Falcons franchise, it wasn't even funny. Because ratings don't matter. Working off play action. Taysom Hill down the field against Kaden Ellis. Touchdown Saints. The Swiss Army knife. The BYU Soaker. Or Cougar, excuse me. Taysom Hill, touchdown. Trying to knock that down. Nice jump, clown. Taysom Hill, bomb. Way to answer. Jalen Ford, way to read and react. No gain for Atlanta. 3rd and 10. Defense playing great. All over it. Cousins throwing over the middle, complete to London. That can't happen. Drake London is a cheat code so far. Cousins gonna... No way this is the play. Hit him! Ball comes out! Recover it! It's Justin Reed! I know that they didn't just call a design run for Kirk Cousins. What did you think was gonna happen? Got a retirement home quarterback running like it's a college offense. Justin Reed, bang! Cousins has his legs straight up in the air in the fencing position. He might have been knocked out cold there. Shuck takes over. I was going to say passing the torch, old quarterback to the young quarterback now, but it's really just old to old. Tyler Shuck's like 40. He might be older than Kirk Cousins. That could be true. I throw it away. Olave, okay, well. Oh, ball comes loose. Falcons recovered. No. There was a vision. I don't know if it was good. But there was an idea there where Olave was going to be led wide open. I just didn't think Jesse Bates was going to sit down over the middle of the field. He got popped by an offensive lineman. Football came flying out, but the Falcons jumped right back on it. Let me see the vision here. Yeah, I kind of just thought, I saw Jesse Bates, rotating over. I thought he was going to run towards the middle of the field or something and then maybe play the China or Taysom Hill, but comes back over towards Olave. I thought we were going to throw behind him, but he actually played it well. And I'm so used to Falcons franchise, Jesse Bates being a complete and utter buffoon and never making a play. But all right, maybe he's a changed man. I'm still trying to mess with the sliders and find something that actually makes sense. There's another set out there that's so different where it's competitive instead of sim in the top right, and apparently that gets things playing well. But I don't want to mess with it for a game, and then it's way too easy, as Ray McLeod's going to get out and make a big-time play. And I feel like the game may not be playing all that well, but at least the games are close, and I don't want that to go away. I wish the product was just better out of the box, right? But it's not. So mid-season feels like an interesting time to totally mix it up and try something different, but I don't know, maybe it's the move. Jashaun Corbin wide open, upended, face plant, but gets 9 yards. Timeout Atlanta. They're trying to take the lead here before the end of the first half. They're on the edge of making that happen. Need to blow this run up if that's what it's going to be. Slot receiver in motion. It is a run. Jalen Ford is there. Danny Stutzman is there. Big TFL. 3rd and 4. Timeout Atlanta. I appreciate the timeout. I think that helps us probably more than anything else. 3rd and 4. 41 seconds to play. Throwing over Jalen Ford. Pass broken up by Reed. All Atlanta can do is try for 3. A block would be great here, but we may have time to answer. Down by 3, 35 seconds to go. I feel like we can tie. Okay, get out of the way, Jonas. Oh my God, dude. He's running at a quarter speed right where I want to go. We're just going to lob it up for Kamara. Underthrown and caught by Kamara. There's a flag, though. Will this be coming back? Yep. Thanks for the hold, Trevor Penning. 3rd and 5, working off play action. Oh, perfect throw. Maybe we had something trying to target Caden Ellis, but the hold really screwed us pretty bad there. And we've got no choice but to punt. Just punted out of bounds, no return, and we're going into the 3rd quarter. Unfortunately, down in this game by 3. That's the half, 10-7 Atlanta. Been competitive. It's just, really both teams not taking full advantage of their opportunities so far. We'll take a look around the league. Here's the Thursday game. Colts-Chiefs. And Anthony Richardson in at quarterback for Indianapolis. Josh Downs. And Anthony Richardson goes 17 of 20 for 155 and a touchdown. Very conservative. It's a blowout victory for Indianapolis. Here's some other games around the league. NFC North, Vikings, Packers, 2 teams under 500. J.J. McCarthy in at quarterback after a non-rookie year, showing some of that mobility. McCarthy scrambles for a touchdown in a Vikings 23-17 victory. Only 5 incompletions for him, over 200 yards passing. Steelers at the Bears. Steelers trying to go 8-3, but it might not happen. Deshaun Elliott, Texas legend, bowled over on the goal line. Caleb Williams and the Bears beat the Steelers 17-13. Some interesting scores from around the league there. Patriots, big win over Cincinnati. This is kind of what we've come to expect of Tyler Shuck so far. 9 of 15, 130 yards, a touchdown and a pick. It's been a lot of what we've seen so far. Kamara really has not got a lot of traction in the running game. We just haven't had many rushing attempts. When we have, they get called back due to a penalty. And then we've been forced to kind of throw the football as Shaheed has a little bit of room there. Nice return to the 37. Like, I have been running the ball, so 2 rushing attempts is not accurate. It's really like 5 or 6. But holding, block in the back. We've had 3 penalties called there. Haven't really had an opportunity for Alvin to get much going. There's 7, and we actually get to keep it this time around. There's Kamara. We got some blocks. Jesse Bates with a bad angle. Looking like Falcons franchise Jesse Bates. Touchdown is saved, but Kamara going for a ton. We need more AK-41. Great blocking. Doesn't really get a whole lot better than that. Was hoping Kamara was going to be able to make one more miss, but it didn't happen. What about Cam Akers getting a touch? Let's get Alvin Kamara back in the game. Not like it would have mattered there, but maybe. Yeah, I just need to make a decision quicker than that. 4th and 20. That's just a big miss. Been punting great today, but that's a pretty huge miss. There's the punt. It's one of my best this year. Right on the 5-yard line. I feel like we're reading it well. There's a check down. Jalen Ford combines with Nathan Shepard to make that tackle. 2nd and 8. Down goes Cousins. Chase Young chasing him off the backside. 3rd and 14. Falcons backed up to the goal line. How crazy is a run commit here? I mean, we're trying it. Get that safety. Fullback dive. Stutzman's there. Safety punt. Danny Stutzman with the TFL to bring down Parrish. They tried to go fullback dive. Stutzman was ready for it. Absolutely blows it up. Down by 1 with the safety punt. And this is going to bounce out of bounds. What is that? We run the football. We're just down by 3. There's Kamara. And when Alvin's running well, I mean, it is a blast. It's an absolute joy to run the ball with Alvin Kamara. Blocking's been pretty good. I mean, our O-line's not terrible. It's just not great. But look at this. Parting the Red Sea of Atlanta Falcons is my offensive line. Giving Alvin Kamara so much room to run. So much opportunity to make plays. There's Juwan Johnson battling forward. Gets 8. I think that's open. We might have been a touch late on it. And that's why we don't have a touchdown. Good opportunity for a shot play. 2nd and short. Just needed to make the decision quicker. It looked like Cooks was going to get open. Just didn't make that decision, but it doesn't matter. Alvin Kamara untouched again. Touchdown. He has been untouched for the first 8 yards of every run on this drive. O-line going crazy. Tyler Shuck's shoulder pads are up to his ear. And Alvin Kamara, man, he's got good speed, but it's the vision, it's the patience, it's the burst that makes him so special. Obviously, the contact balance as well. We didn't really need to see a lot of it there. Just hit the hole and go. And we're going to go for 2 to make it a touchdown game. I'm feeling QB blast, but I don't really like the look I'm getting. So we're going to get out of that. And we're going to look to throw it. We got our heavy package in. Maybe looking at Cam Akers here. And he's going to get it. 2-point conversion is good. So we've had multiple times in this game where we've gotten 2 points at a time. It's a little bit strange when we have 17, but unusual, sure. But welcome nonetheless, up by 7. Check down, Cousins. I know you want to. We're all over it. Oh, good defense. Chase Young probably didn't know what he was doing, but got right in the way. Shaheed in motion. There's Alvin trying to bounce that outside. To even get 2 there is pretty good. 8 rushes for 84 yards right now. Kamara a little over 125 yards away from 1,000 for the first time in his career. There's Moreau with the block, and that could be Alvin Kamara over the century mark today. Should be very close to 100 yards. 885 on the season. And how do you just not keep running the ball? I mean, our entire game plan was run the ball with Alvin Kamara. Now he's over 100. Take advantage of their weak defensive line, and that's what it is for Atlanta. They've got one of the worst defensive lines in the league. Certainly their pass rush is awful. That's why they drafted James Pierce. Traded up to get him. That's why they drafted Jalen Walker. They still, of course, have Arnold Ebiketie. This is a team that really wanted to improve their pass rush, but it's not like the interior is a lot better. We'll see if Ruka Rororo ends up taking a step in real life, but here he's not much to worry about. We're going to throw that away. Rashid Shaheed cannot make the catch. 3rd and 11. Olave making a beeline right at Jesse Bates. That's going to be picked. A.J. Terrell. Ball was not where we wanted it to be, but really just not a good decision. Ooh, that's way too much space. No Bijan, no problem right now. Falcons have had some nice runs. Danny Stutzman living in the backfield, can't make the play. How does he get back to the line? Kirk Cousins QB sneak. Come on, dude. 1st and 10. Falcons are driving. We're all over it. Illegal man downfield. We're going to give him 1st and 15. 3rd and 8. Who wants to make a play here? Kirk Cousins with all day. Comes back and hits Darnell Mooney. 1st down, Falcons. 6 minutes to play, down by 7. Obviously, a touchdown would tie things up. I like where the clock is, though. I feel like it's in our favor. Here's a run to the right side. All over it, Carl Granderson making another play. Screen! Get out there, forced him back inside. Stutzman can't make the tackle. Still on his feet down to the 1. What? That's insane. And we got to be aware of, like, QB sneak here or something. That's exactly what it is. Touchdown, Atlanta. And Kirk Cousins is hitting the gritty. We're going to be tied up. They want to creep Jesse Bates up. That could actually work to our benefit. We can't get by him. Kamara up the middle. It's just too easy for AK right now. 2nd and 12. I don't really mind running the ball here anyway, though. There's Kamara. Jesse Bates can't make the tackle. Kamara gets the 1st down. Alvin Kamara is just a cheat code. That's a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning here, not 2-minute timeout in college football. I think we're going to keep running the ball. They can call timeouts if they want to. I'm playing for 3, and it may not even be just 3. Kamara at 157 yards rushing. 3rd and 1. Fullback dive to Foster Moreau. Feels crazy. We're going to do it. There goes Moreau. Big hit by Bates. Doesn't matter. Kamara, just stay up the middle. That's all we need to do. 3rd and 7. We're going to be golden. 20 seconds to go. We're going to take that down. Kick the game winner. We're going to be 7-4. I believe in Blake Grupe. 41 yards to win it. Blake Grupe, I believe. There's the kick. We are 7-4. Another 3-point victory here. Coach Dangus's boys get it done. There's Michael Penix. They're acting like he lost the game. He hasn't played in weeks. Tyler Shuck wins again. It's just too easy. It's really just the Alvin Kamara show. Defense played great, though. What can you say? Tyler Shuck, ooh. If you showed me this, I would say we almost certainly lost this game, but Alvin Kamara goes for over 7 a carry. Had a touchdown, 161 yards rushing. He is just so good. Don't really have much to show offensively because we didn't have a lot receiving, but Taysom Hill, 1 big catch. Defensively, we were great. Jalen Ford with a huge game. A sack, 2 TFLs, 8 tackles. Beast. But didn't really see a lot from Danny Stutzman. He did have 3 TFLs, though. So maybe I'm wrong about that. Chase Young with another big week. Sack for him. Carl Granderson with a big game. No interceptions in this one, but just another nice win. Linebacker breakout response. How about Jalen Ford gets star dev? He's got to, right? It's a huge game. Good job up front in that game. You looked good. You look great even. You're a star in the making. Believe that. 4,500 XP for Jalen Ford. Star development for Longhorn legend Jalen Ford. Hook him in the chat. But what say you about Danny Stutzman? Because he had 3 tackles for loss. He had 6 tackles. He maybe inspired Jalen Ford? No, he didn't. Jalen Ford, legend, Danny Stutzman, kind of a clown. Hook him. I mean, but 3 TFLs is a great game. I don't know how we're downplaying that at all. More slider changes. I'm turning our run blocking down quite a bit and boosting their stuff quite a bit. I'm looking for the balance. I'm hopefully going to find it. And I would say, hey, film room prep went pretty good. Went pretty well. I need more XP for Kelvin Banks. He played like a beast. So we get ready for Miami in week 13. It is focus player scouting time ahead of going on the road to take on the Dolphins. I told you already one player that's going to get the focus. It has to be quarterback out of Colorado, LaMichael Meekins. Are we learning more about him? Ooh, medium and short accuracy are at best a B. That's not great, but we have a better general idea of him as a player. He is going to be a bit of a project without incredible arm talent, but I will make him a favorite. I also think looking at running back could be quite good. We need an answer after Alvin Kamara. Maybe it's Devon Edison. Maybe it's Jack Agnew. Out of Fresno State. That doesn't look awful, to be fair. Antonio Douglas out of Iowa. Playmaker archetype. There is something here. Tanner Flanagan has a lot of A's. He looks like he could be pretty good. Sam linebacker out of Oregon. But at first glance, I'm not exactly blown away by the draft class. A lot of time left to dive into it, but at first glance, I'm not moved that much. There are some round 1 talents down the board at corner, though, that I do like. But I do need to know more about some of these offensive linemen, because I would consider moving on from Trevor Penning. Our focus players, LaMichael Meekins, I want to get up closer to 100%. I want to know about Carlos Wesley, the big guard from Utah. I could see him being a top 5 player. And I want to know if Javier McFarland's a top 5 player. He's got pretty good cover skills at 6'2", 210. He's got A-man, B-zone, B-press. Could he be a top 5 player? Could be great value, even in a strong cornerback class. Do have some upgrades here. Jalen Ford is the new star dev player. So no Demario Davis. Hasn't really been a problem so far. Gotta get his coverage up, which feels a bit disrespectful considering how good of a player he was at Texas. All right, it'll be a process. Weekly recap. This game looks familiar. It was a lot of that guy. Alvin Kamara. Big win for us. Yeah, keep showing Michael Penix's stat line. 7-4 Panthers. 9-2 49ers. Let's go 49ers. Purdy to the end zone. Splitting defenders. Perfect throw. 16-10. 49ers with a big win. Got Rams and Bucks. Another game where we can really root for the Rams here. Let's go Rams. Matthew Stafford unleashes a laser to the end zone. Dropped in one-handed snag by Chatarius Tutu Atwell, 21-13. Rams get the win, making our path to a division title that much easier. And it's not the dog celebration. I don't even want to see it anymore. I miss the dog celebration every single time. The worm's not going to do it for me. You know, I haven't really checked out these messages very much. Going to struggle to run the ball against Zach Sealer and Kenneth Grant. We need to run more outside to be effective. Well, that's kind of how it's been the entire year. I don't mind that approach. Oh, these classic away uniforms look amazing. This is like Earl Campbell Saints, which is a weird guy to use, but, I mean, you guys know that name over like Pat Swilling, who I think would have been Ricky Jackson. I mean, would they have been on those teams? It's probably a little bit later. No, okay. Yep, no, they were both 80s. Yeah, Ricky Jackson was more 80s than 90s. Swilling was better into the 90s, or early 90s. But they were both there in the 80s, so that'll fit. Let's put the, did not save. Let's put the Dolphins in their kind of throwbacks as well. Still doesn't let me preview it, which is so stupid. 7-4 here in Season 1. That's the Coach Gene Dangus effect. What can I say? Dolphins, though, 6-5. Trying to give the Panthers the division. That's what the Dolphins can do with a win here. And here comes Tua. 2,000 yards passing. He's completed 69% of his throws. Nice. And I don't want to hear about any bounty gate stuff today. If Tua gets hurt, it's just something that happened. It's on Tua. It's not on me. Tua to throw. Ooh, big spin move. Still on his feet. All right, tackling already. Not looking great with the new slider. We're going to struggle against the Dolphins today. I think that much is apparent. Our tackling is significantly worse, which makes sense with the new slider. But Tua is doing this thing where he kind of scrambles around and then just finds an open receiver. So if we don't cover Tua, he's going to run for it. And if we cover the receiver, or if we cover Tua, he's going to throw to the receiver. Shot down the field. Waddle's got too much speed, but the ball's underthrown and knocked away by Kool-Aid McKinstry. Should have been a touchdown, but Tua's got a noodle. Tua taking a deep shot for Waddle again. Well, we may be struggling with Jalen Waddle's speed today. He runs by Kool-Aid McKinstry. Tua actually got the ball out early, which is what you need to do when you have limited arm strength. There you go, 7-0 Miami. But we've been down before. We make comebacks. And here comes Shuck. I don't like how the number 6 is off to one side and not dead in the middle of the stripe. I feel like that's generally how that works. Maybe not in these specific uniforms, though. I don't know. There's Kamara. Juke back inside. It's got to be all Alvin all the time. Throwing the ball, there's just too much room for mistake. Got to keep it on the ground. Ooh, good tackle, though. Minkah Fitzpatrick, welcome back to Miami. 3rd and 3. Wow. This Dolphins team is not messing around. Bradley Chubb looking unstoppable there. Play action. We read it. Shot down the field. Out of reach for Waddle. Tua to throw. Over the middle. Complete to Tyreek Hill. With Jalen Waddle getting back-to-back deep shots, you almost forget about Tyreek Hill. But he's still pretty good. It's just the CPU quarterback doesn't really throw to their best receiver all that often. Weirdly enough. Get out there! Well, not to Darren Waller. His 3rd catch already. CPU loves targeting tight ends. Loving it. That's wide open. There were too many receivers in the area. Tua going down. Chase Young got to him. He's starting to play pretty well. 3rd and 16. Just got to cover Tua, or Tyreek. If Tua wants to run, he can run. Oh, he's going to run for it. Okay, well, yeah, all right. Oh, read option with Tua. This is going to be a touchdown. I have discounted the ability of Tua Tagovailoa as a runner. Well, I mean, we knew it was going to be a thing today. We knew it was going to be a problem pretty instantly by the way he was just moving in the pocket. The thing is, with these running quarterbacks, not that Tua fits into that mold. He is someone that takes off sometimes. But in the game, they don't do it properly. It's not just, okay, this is a quarterback that when he looks around for 2.5 seconds, no one to throw to will take off. It's, they want to run instantly. So they're moving frantically in the pocket instantly. All right, they have 155 yards to our, 8. Oh, let's get it back with Kamara. Last play of the first quarter. Will be a run to Alvin Kamara. Juwan Johnson in motion. If we could somehow cut this back up and over, it could be huge, but it's not going to be. And it's going to be a penalty. Illegal block in the back. 1st and 20. A little bit tougher to run the ball in a spot like this, but that's why we have Rashid Shaheed, and Shaheed's got speed! He's got the corner! Rashid Shaheed knocked out well into Dolphin territory. We had man coverage, and they just did not have the speed to keep up with Rashid Shaheed. First big play for our offense, the passing game, and maybe just in general, as that's a big pancake on the outside. Kamara with another first. That's going to be not good. Kamara loses 8. 2nd and 18. What do you even do here? Well, not that. Jalen Phillips got there. 3rd and 26. It was looking so promising, and then the penalty. And penalties are drive killers. Looking at Taysom Hill maybe here. He's got to get the ball out. I mean, we're going to have to punt. Good punt, though. We got to cover it. Get there, Alontae Taylor. God. Touchback. That's going to be a huge play. We just don't have the speed against a Darren Waller. Big hit, Justin Reed, but a big play for Miami. It's on the verge of a blowout. Trying to avoid the blowout. Would love to start making some plays on offense, but we need our defense to step up as well. Wide open. And it's going to be a big play. Westbrook Akine down the sideline to the 15. And Jalen Ford, our new star linebacker, is hurt. Pitch to the outside. Warner. Nice play. Achane loses a few. Dislocated finger. He's going to play through it. He's tough. We're going to throw. We should be all over that. Thank you, Jonas. Let's get Chase Young going after the quarterback. Oh, we got a late jump. Warner making a play. Stay in there. Tyreek can't find the end zone. Good tackle. I think that was Julian Blackman. Going to be down by 3 scores. Plenty of time to get that back. Plenty of time. Kamara, so close to 1,000. It would be the first time in his NFL career, I keep reminding you because it's big news. His career high was 950. That has been surpassed already today. That 950, of course, happening last year. But he's still going to be such a weapon in the pass game. And that's the thing with Alvin. Is, yeah, he's never rushed for 1,000 yards. These kind of like ancient counting metrics are not a good way to measure play. Although if you do want to, he's had 1,100 total yards, I think, in every single season of his career. As that's complete to Cooks, it looked like it could have been bad, but it's very, very good. That's the 2-minute warning. We're down by 17, but I still feel like we're so in this game. And, I mean, what is this defense? It came out and prevent, but we're just going to run the ball at him. There's Kamara. Stay up the middle, Alvin. That is just too pretty. Kamara, spin back, perfect timing. Ball came loose, Alvin, no! And that might have been the run to take him over 1,000 yards. Are we using Alvin Kamara too much, man? The fumble's tough. I mean, it was a big hit by Tyrell Dodson, but just can't be fumbling there. Not when we finally got some momentum. You know, I thought the Saints would be content with their lead before the half, but they're actively trying to score, which I guess makes sense, but they were running the ball. Now they're calling timeouts. They have no timeouts remaining. I feel like man coverage against a team like this is scary, so I don't actually love cover 4 palms here. Some match coverage, but we'll see what happens. Just got to keep him in bounds, but it looks like Waller got to the sideline. Oh, that's my fault. Bad throw from Tua, though. And actually, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing for him to catch that ball. You risk 000s on the clock, and you don't get to the sideline. We want Tua to throw, or running totally works as well. That's a slide. I don't know if they're going to be able to hurry up and spike this. They're not even going to try it. We'll see if they can get a snap off. Everybody deep. No snap. we're still down 17-0. That's the reality. But we can celebrate that it's not 20 or 24 even. Here's a look around the league. Bears and Eagles. Caleb Williams with all day. Zach Bond hits him, but Caleb unleashes. And that is a wide open opportunity. Easy catch and run. Big time spin move for Rome Odunze. And that is a big Chicago Bears touchdown. Some of the highlights you see are just so crazy. The Bengals are 2-9. Ravens 10-1. And it looks like 11-1. Bengals defense still really struggling. Derrick Henry no matchup, or no match for the Bengals, or vice versa. 23-20 Ravens win. Chiefs and Cowboys. It's the Dallas Texans versus the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, Chiefs used to be the Dallas Texans before moving to Kansas City. One-handed snag by CeeDee Lamb. He doesn't look like CeeDee Lamb. He looks like a tight end. He looks like Rico Gathers or something. 34-31, Dallas with the victory. As Arizona's ahead of Tampa. Jets ahead of Atlanta. Panthers on a bye, maybe? I didn't see them. Or they're playing later. Well, we can't get away from the run game because it's the best way of moving the football for us. But obviously it's going to take the most time off the clock. And when we don't run for anything, it's going to make it really, really tough. 2nd and 10. Quick throw to Shaheed. He fumbled the ball. Thankfully, Alvin recovered. Another big hit by Miami. We're lucky to keep possession here. Shuck on the move. On the run. Beautiful throw to Cooks, who stays in bounds. Nice move from Brandon Cooks. I can't believe Shuck got that out there. I mean, these corners suck. We need to try and exploit them somehow. Olave, I can't remember the last time he made a catch. How about now? Olave, good route. We don't have time. Got slowed up a little bit, and that was the difference between making that happen and not. Now I'm trying to feed Olave, and that's the secret. I'm sure I've missed him so many times lately. Alvin Kamara, big move, though. Why throw to Olave when I have Alvin Kamara? Well, Olave might not fumble the ball. It's a good answer, actually. Up the middle, Cam Akers with a rare touchdown. Cam Akers, man. We don't really see a lot of him because Alvin Kamara is such a monster for us. But he's a decent change of pace guy, especially when you have holes as big as that. I think you or me would have scored through there. That's how great that blocking was. This Akers rubs up against the goalpost there. What is it called? A stanchion? Pillar of some sort. Like he's a little, like a cat maybe? I don't know. Cat Akers. That's kind of interesting. I really do start losing my mind in every game too of every recording session. That's okay. That's not a good route. But thankfully we have Justin Reed to make the play. That's why he kicks off. Jalen Ford playing pretty banged up here. I don't know if that's something we like. Got to be real careful with that. Tua's going to take off. Throwing down the field. It's so late, though. Get in front. No catch, at least. We got to watch Tua. I mean, we left that open, though. In attempt to take away both, we took away none. That's too much. Achan's got way too much speed. Tua with all day. He's going to scramble. He's going to throw. He's going to throw a touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Now, who is this? Julian Hill. What's the difference? Oh, maybe this guy doesn't beat his girlfriend. I don't know. And Kamara is over 1,000. 185 for 1,003. 8 touchdowns. But we're down 24-7. Not that close of a game here in Miami. But we've had some opportunities. The fumbles have not helped. Play action. We're on the move. Somebody's got to work back towards Shuck. We're going to launch it. to the 45. Where was that? That was about, we threw it 10 yards maybe. 15. Second and 10. Quick screen. They do not have an answer for these screens. No team knows how to handle the slip screen to Kamara. Now, in theory, Kamara could still go under 1,000, but I don't think that's going to happen. 3rd and 6. Please, Olave. Split the DBs. It feels like a great matchup. Over the top. Olave! Short. I mean, I guess we punt. I don't really like the call, though. We're going to fake it. They kind of seem ready for it, but we're going to fake it. You're open enough. We did not catch him napping. I mean, that was not good. I mean, didn't have enough of a plan there. And that's caught by a Hill. That's going to be a touchdown. Zanker's not going to catch him. Things have fallen apart. That's for sure. There's Kamara. We just haven't been able to find the big play on the ground today either. Wide open, get the ball out. There's Brandon Cooks. Need a better throw, and it's a way better result. It's wide open. Can we hit Shaheed? Yes. I don't think we're going to get another snap off. It'd be great if we could. One more play could end up being the difference. But, I mean, we may actually be able to get lined up here. Olave is lined up. We got the play off. That's open. Rashid Shaheed. It's coming back. 2nd and 7. Olave. Man, how does that keep getting picked? I just don't get how they're playing that route so well. Like, Olave doesn't win on the dig there. It's Asante Samuel Jr. It's a frustrating play, man. It really is. 'Cause I don't think the decision's that bad. But Samuel Jr. steps in front, and that, I mean, that's probably the game, right? If it wasn't obvious already, this is going to be tough to come back from. 3rd and 1. Just don't have time to hit Cooks. Felt like we had a good opportunity there. But it didn't happen. Juwan Johnson's open. But it may be too little too late. 3rd and 5. 1:15 to play. Garbage time touchdown would go crazy. Olave holds on. Touchdown Saints. But it's a known result at this point. I mean, maybe something crazy happens. It's great coverage. A lot of injuries in this game. I mean, we need an onside here. I don't think we're going to get it. Here's the attempt. And it's recovered by Miami. And that's going to be the game. Not calling our timeouts, obviously. Miami not even going to snap it. 31-13. I don't know. We dropped to 7 and 5. I don't know that we played all that badly today. It was a couple of big Miami plays. A couple of big missed opportunities for us. And that's the difference. I mean, 31-13, it seems like, okay, you got completely demolished, but it didn't really feel that way. Tua had a huge day, 357, 3 touchdowns. Ran the ball, obviously, very well. That's what we do, 20 for 117. Kamara did fumble, though. It's tough to win when you're committing penalties and fumbling. Darren Waller, 8 for 97. That's crazy. Touchdown for Olave at the end there. And then defensively, we were on the field a lot. DeMarco Jackson had to come in for the injured Jalen Ford. Sack for Chase Young. No picks. Didn't play our best. Upgrades for the whole O-line, though, it looks like pretty much. Taliese Fuaga will be the first one. I need him better as a pass protector. There's just no question. He can run block, and we run the ball well, but need him to be a little bit more well-balanced. Kelvin Banks already looks kind of insane. Run block power moving up would be kind of nice. But he's looking great already. Obviously, our franchise left tackle. He looks just very good. Already the number 22 ranked left tackle in the league. But morale is making him play like a top 10 left tackle in the league. Next up, we'll take out the Buccaneers, hopefully. They're 4-8, but their overall says a very different story. That'll be in the next episode, guys. Coming up to the end of Season 1. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.